I'm Dizzy. Let's talk about the bare minimum you need to know about NPCs in Terraria, how to make their houses, and where to put their houses to get your pylon network set up. Let's start with making the houses, right after I kill the slime. So, the bare minimum for a valid house that you need is a complete frame made of solid blocks plus entries, exits, which we'll talk about, and a at least mostly solid floor. You cannot have a completely platform floor. It needs to be all solid or with only like 2 or 3 platforms. So, and that frame needs to be a minimum of 60 tiles, including the frame itself. So this is a 10 by 6 house, which is just 60. This is the smallest house you can make. If I made it one like row of blocks smaller, then it wouldn't be valid anymore. So this frame needs to be filled in with background walls that you placed yourself. Natural walls do not count. And inside, you're going to need a comfort item like the chair, a flat surface item like the table, and a light source, so 1 torch, at least. Plenty of things count as comfort and flat items and as light sources, but you can look those up on the wiki. This is just the very most basic things you need to build a house. As well as your interior, you're going to need a way to access the exterior. Doors, so at least 1 door, 3 platforms stacked like this, a trapdoor, or 2 platforms. They can have a block between them, or they can be right next to each other, and then you can jump out of them too. So this is a bare minimum house. Now let's talk about where you should put your houses so that you can have a nice pylon network. First, in the forest, you want to put the zoologist and the golfer. They will sell their forest pylon, and you can get the zoologist by completing 10% of the bestiary at least, and you can get the golfer by finding him in the underground desert. In the desert, you can place the nurse and the arms dealer. You could also put the dye trader here if you want to. He won't interfere with your ability to get the pylon from the arms dealer. You get the nurse by having at least 120 life, and you get the arms dealer by finding a gun or bullets. In the jungle, place the dryad and the witch doctor. You get the dryad after beating your first boss, and you get the witch doctor after beating the queen bee specifically. You can put the painter here too if you want, and both the dryad and the witch doctor will still sell the jungle pylon. In the snow biome, you can place the goblin tinkerer and the mechanic. You find the goblin tinkerer underground after you beat the goblin invasion, and you find the mechanic in the dungeon after you beat Skeletron. On one of your beaches, you can put the angler with the stylist, or alternatively, you can put the stylist with the dye trader, depending on where you want your angler. The angler is just found on the beach, and the stylist is found underground in Spider's Nest. You get the dye trader by finding any dye item, so the pink things on the cactus if you cut down the cactus, blueberry bushes, marigolds, whatever. In the caverns, you can place your demolitionist and your tavern keep. The demolitionist will move in after you find your first explosive, so that's grenades, bombs, or dynamite. And the tavern keep you can find anywhere lying on the ground after you beat your evil boss, so that's the Brain of Cthulhu or the Eater of Worlds. I like to build this as close to hell as possible just for easy access to hell. And for some biomes that I did not bother to get in this world, for the Hallow, you can put the party girl with the wizard. The party girl will move in after there are no more NPCs that can move into your world, but there is still empty housing that she can move into. And you can find the wizard anywhere underground after hard mode is triggered. So right after you beat the wall of flesh, you can find him anywhere. And then for the mushroom pylon, just simply build your mushroom biome, wait for the truffle to move in, and then move the guide in with him, and the truffle will start selling his mushroom pylon. Of course, there are other combinations and probably more optimized ones. This is just the bare minimum you need to know about NPCs in Terraria to have a pylon network and not get ripped off. So I hope this helped, and consider becoming a subscriber if you want to see. I'm planning on making another bare minimum video on biome spread and playing some Terraria Master Mode. I'm already recording that. So yeah, subscriber if you want to become hang out and watch me play Terraria and potentially other games in the future.